Welcome to this explainer. Today we're launching a tactical counteroffensive against one of the absolute most frustrating indoor invaders you can ever encounter, the mealybug. If you love your indoor houseplants, you're going to want to pay close attention because we're turning all this source material into your ultimate, complete guide on how to identify and get rid of mealybugs for good. Now, if you've ever stared at a beloved houseplant and just completely panicked over seeing this small, cotton-like fluff tucked right into the nooks and crannies of the stems, well, you've correctly identified a breach. Yes, that fluff is highly dangerous to your plant's health. But don't worry, take a deep breath. We have a battle plan to get your greenery back to safety. Here's our quick roadmap to secure your perimeter. 1. Identifying the enemy. 2. Causes of the invasion. 3. Step-by-step treatment plan. And 4. Preventing future infestations. Section 1. Identifying the enemy. Know what you're fighting. So what exactly are mealybugs? Well, they're these tiny, soft-bodied, oval insects measuring just 1 to 4 millimeters. They absolutely thrive in warm, humid conditions, and they use these piercing mouthparts to literally drain the life-giving sap right out of your plant's tissue. And what makes them so incredibly difficult to eradicate is they hide under this protective, waxy, powdery armor that actually repels a lot of standard topical pesticides. So how do you spot them before it's too late? Grab a magnifying glass and inspect the leaf axils. You know, that little joint right where the leaf meets the stem. A heavy infestation is going to look like tiny little bits of cotton just stuffed into those crevices. These bugs are really slow-moving, and if you leave them unchecked, their constant feeding will cause your plant's foliage to yellow, droop, and eventually just drop off, completely stunting the plant's overall growth. And honestly, there's a whole hidden sabotage happening on your leaves too. As they feed, mealybugs excrete this sticky, clear substance called honeydew. It makes the leaves look shiny and kind of tacky to the touch, and it does 2 terrible things. First, it grows a powdery black fungus called sooty mold, but second, it actually attracts ants. The ants will actively farm and protect the mealybugs from predators just so they can harvest that sweet honeydew. It is a highly organized alliance working right against your plant. Section 2. Causes of the invasion. How did they breach the perimeter? You know, it really often comes down to overall plant health. An ideally balanced plant has strong natural defenses, but an overwatered plant, that's a stressed, weak plant. Put that in stagnant air, and pests can just settle in completely undisturbed. And if you add in way too much nitrogen fertilizer, the plant pushes out this incredibly lush, tender new growth. To a mealybug, that tender new growth is literally an all-you-can-eat buffet. But here's the crucial point. While weak plants definitely attract pests, the bugs still have to physically get inside your house somehow, right? The most common source of an invasion is actually a classic Trojan horse scenario. It's a beautiful, brand new plant you just brought home from a nursery or store, and it's secretly harboring a few hidden bugs. You absolutely must always quarantine and inspect your new arrivals before putting them anywhere near your existing collection. Section 3. Step-by-step treatment plan, the counterattack. All right, here is your 4-step mission directive to completely eradicate the infestation. We're going to move from immediate triage through manual and natural defenses all the way up to total elimination. Step 1 is non-negotiable. You have to isolate the infested plant immediately. Female mealybugs lay hundreds of eggs, and the newly hatched young, which are called crawlers, will actively travel to your nearby pots. Once it's isolated, step 2 is manual removal. Grab a Q-tip, dip it in 70% isopropyl alcohol, and touch it directly to every single visible bug and cottony egg sac you can see. The alcohol instantly dissolves their wax coating on contact and kills them. After that, just give the plant a rinse in lukewarm water to wash away the casualties. Moving on to step 3, you need to attack the invisible crawlers that your Q-tip definitely missed. Now, you can buy a commercial insecticidal soap to suffocate them, or you can mix up this highly effective DIY neem oil solution. Just combine 1 teaspoon of pure cold-pressed neem oil, a half teaspoon of mild dish soap to act as an emulsifier, and 1 quart of warm water. Shake it up constantly and spray the entire plant, stems, undersides of leaves, the whole shebang, until it is completely dripping wet. The neem oil acts as a really powerful repellent and growth disruptor. Now, the timeline required for victory is absolutely crucial here. Because mealybugs are such expert hiders and their eggs are so well protected, a one-and-done spray simply will not work. Consistency is key. You need to repeat your organic spray treatments every 5 to 7 days for several weeks. This specific timing interrupts their life cycle, making sure you kill the newly hatched crawlers before they have a chance to mature and lay even more eggs. But what if the invading force is just massive and absolutely resists all your manual and natural attacks? Well, step 4 is your chemical last resort. Systemic insecticides are absorbed directly into the plant's roots and tissues, literally making the plant's sap poisonous to the feeding mealybugs. However, these are really potent chemicals, so they must be used with extreme caution, especially indoors, and you must strictly follow every single label instruction. Section 4. Preventing future infestations, securing the perimeter. Having defeated the current enemy, your first line of defense moving forward is proactive care. Beyond meticulously inspecting any new plants you buy, you should physically wipe your leaves with a damp cloth pretty regularly. This doesn't just make your plants look great, it physically removes any early-stage pests before they can multiply. Also, be sure to avoid over-fertilizing so you don't push out overly tender growth, and promptly prune away dead or dying leaves, because those serve as the perfect hiding spots for these bugs. And while mealybugs will happily attack almost anything, you really need to pay special attention to high-risk targets. Mealybugs seem to consider plants like Hoya, jade, pothos, croton, orchids, coleus, and fiddleleaf figs to be absolute delicacies. So if you own any of these species, you need to double your vigilance and check their leaf axils basically every single time you water them. Now there is one final plot twist to be aware of. What if you've done everything right, you've isolated, swabbed, and sprayed for weeks, but the plant is still declining? Well, you might actually be dealing with root mealybugs. These are a specific species that live entirely underground and feed directly on the plant's root system. If you suspect this, you're going to need to unpot the plant, inspect the roots for that telltale white fuzz, thoroughly clean the root system, and repot it in entirely fresh soil using a sanitized pot. All right, you are now fully armed with the ultimate battle plan to identify, treat, and prevent mealybugs from destroying your indoor jungle. Remember, early detection is literally the only thing standing between a thriving jungle and a total loss. So the only question left for you today is, which of your precious houseplants are you going to go inspect right now? Keep your perimeters secure.